girl, I'm back on another video. As you could tell from the title, this is gonna be my quick get ready with me. Today is, like, I don't know what today is. Today is actually Sunday. It's the day that I'm supposed to get induced or whatever. So I woke up around like 5-ish, like 5 going on 6, and I actually started having contractions. And if you guys don't know, I recommend this app for like first time moms. Basically what it is the app is called Contractions, and what you do is, I don't know if you guys can see. So every time you start getting a contraction or like feeling pain, you press the button, and then when it subsides, like when it goes away, you press it again, and it just monitors like the duration of your contractions, how often you're getting them, whatever. After it collects like so many contractions, I think like 4 contractions or whatever, it'll let you know whether they think you should go to the hospital or whatever. So according to mine, like my first contraction was at like 5:22 in the morning. Then I had another one at 5:30, 5:37, 5:43, 5:50, 5:58, and so on and so forth. So basically, it's been saying like my contractions been like 7-8, right? Yeah, like between 7 and 8 minutes apart. So I'm actually gonna start getting ready. I kind of figured this was gonna happen. I was supposed to be induced, so I actually wasn't supposed to go into the hospital until tonight. But for some reason, I just knew, like, it just seemed like I was gonna end up going into labor. But yeah, I'm not gonna make this a long video. I'm just gonna show you guys how my day progresses into my labor. Alright, so periodically you're gonna see me use my phone. That's me just monitoring my contractions. So my last contraction was at 6:22. Yeah, it's 6:30, so it's been like about 9-10 minutes. So they're not as consistent as like when a doctor tells you that they should be. Like, well, they tell you, you know, you're in labor when you're getting contractions every 4 minutes and they last for 1 minute, and that's consistently for like an hour or whatever. But whatever, just a little sidebar. If you see I keep picking up my phone and pausing, because this is gonna be raw footage. Like, I might not even edit this thing. But yeah, so I'm just gonna start getting ready. I basically just wash my face, brush my teeth, moisturize. I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup. Oh, and I detangled my hair a little bit because I had it in a braid just to make it convenient. I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup, but nothing crazy. Like, I don't do the whole foundation, whatever. Just my eyebrows, some eyelashes, some lip gloss, lip liner. We good. As far as packing, I don't have much packing to do because I had already like pre-packed. Like, literally my bag and her bag was packed when I was like 6 months, 6-7 months. So that's already in the car. Right now, as you guys know, we're dealing with the coronavirus, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because it really doesn't matter to me, they only allow one person in the delivery room with you or whatever throughout the whole process. So my mom is going to be with me. Her bag is packed. So basically what we're taking is just like little last minute things. And yeah, so it is, what time is it? It's 6:51. Honestly, I was gonna cook breakfast, but it's like super early. Like, I was just up early because I couldn't sleep. Like, I just kept getting contraction, and it was annoying. So I didn't fall asleep till like after midnight last night, and then I just kept waking up every hour. And then when I finally was trying to get sleep around like 5 o'clock is when I started getting contractions. So I'm actually going to try to take a nap because who knows how long I'm gonna be in labor, and I don't want to be exhausted during that time frame because I also get very irritated, and I already know like nurses is gonna be in and out, pain medicine, whatnot. So yeah, again, this is just a get ready with me for my Labor Day. This is not gonna be my labor vlog, so I'm not gonna do too much talking, but yeah. So I'll be back later when I wake up from my nap, start making something to eat, and see how these contractions go, whether I go in earlier in the day or if I just go at the time I'm scheduled. Oh, yeah. Later. All right, you guys, I'm back. Right now it's 10:33. I had took like a quick nap, like literally a quick nap. I'm still super tired. I made breakfast, a quick breakfast, and took a shower. So now I'm just gonna start prepping myself. Like I said, I'm not doing like the whole kit and caboodle of makeup, like ounces and ounces of makeup. I don't even do that on a regular day. Like, literally, the last foundation I bought was the Maybelline Fit Me. Bought this a while ago, not a while ago, where it's like unsanitary, but I've had it for a little while, and I actually stopped using foundation. Like, but anyway, so again, I'm not gonna do much talking. I'm just gonna basically run a flat iron through my hair, do my edges, do my eyebrows, put a little bit of eyelashes on, lip liner, and some lip gloss, and yeah. It's currently 2 o'clock right now. So yeah, I'm just getting ready to head to the hospital. And keep you guys posted on everything as I go throughout the day. Blah blah blah. What's up, you guys? I'm back. It's currently 5:30. I got here at like 4:30. Before I came here, I had stopped and I picked up like a few items or whatever and got something to eat because I know I'm not going to eat for a while. But yeah, so I'm waiting for a doctor. They're going to check to make sure that she's head down. And yeah, so I'll be back after that. What time is it? 8:35? So I came in here at like 7 something. They hooked me up at 7 something. I said I came in this room around like 7ish. They hooked me up. Then at 8 o'clock, they checked how much I was dilated. And then a little bit after, I took Cytotec. Yeah, these are worse than the ones I had this morning, but don't ask me how much worse they could get. Alright, you guys, I'm just gonna get straight to it. As you can see, the footage got cut short. Reason being that the footage got cut short is basically because like I just couldn't record everything that I wanted to record. And don't get me wrong, like labor wasn't bad. Like the pain wasn't so intense where it was like, yo, I cannot record. But like I had this whole plan of me vlogging my whole journey through this, you know, pregnancy and my induction, and unfortunately like it just didn't go that way. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. So one, as you all know, currently it's 2020, you know, this whole coronavirus pandemic, whatever, it just made everything 10 times harder. Like I was a little bit worried about giving birth, you know, being in a hospital, obviously a hospital full of people that are possibly like positive of the virus. Doctors probably coming in contact with these people, may not even knowing that they're coming in contact with the virus, coming in contact with me, coming in contact with my child. So I was more focused on that aspect. And then also I was doing self-pain management. Now, the reason why I say self-pain management is because I had already had my mindset that I was not getting an epidural. No ifs, ands, or buts. No epidural. My mother has her. She's going bananas. But, so yeah, I said I was not getting an epidural for nothing, like at all. The people was telling me, listen, it helps the labor go by faster. Da, 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 da. Listen, I got this. This is my body, and I know what I'm going to do with it. So I had already said I was not getting an epidural. So obviously you still may need some pain management. Options were cut out for me, and I was not even notified that until I asked for the shit. And then I was told, hey, you can't get that because coronavirus is what? Anyway, so basically the way my induction went was they gave me tablets. They're called Cytotec. And what it is it starts the softening of the cervix. It starts intensifying your contractions or whatever. It makes it go by faster. So the lady was saying that there was two other ladies in there earlier than me that had also got the Cytotec. They also had got epidurals, but they had got the Cytotec, and within like their first dosage of it, they went into labor. So the way mines went was I basically I had got 2 doses. And the way it goes is they give you a dose every 2 hours. In this time, you cannot drink anything. You cannot get up and go use the bathroom. Irritating as fuck at that point. But whatever. So I had got 2 doses. My first dose was at like 8-ish. And then my next dose was at like 11-ish. I believe. Yeah. So by the time my second dose had came, they came in, they checked me to see how far I was dilated. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. So by my first dosage, I was only 1 centimeter. Mind you, I had all them contractions early in the day, didn't even matter. 1 centimeter. Boom. So now, by the time I had got my first by the time I got my second dosage, which was 2 hours later, I was 5 centimeters. I was just like, shit, we're going to be here all night. Let me just get my mind right. So now it's 11, whatever. I'm 5 centimeters dilated. And yeah, so, yeah, I thought I was going to be there all night. Like, wasn't going to give birth till literally like the next day, like the next afternoon. I don't know. I was just thinking the worst. And I think I kind of like freaked myself out because I was watching other mommy vlogs, like other females that were going through induction and like how long their process was. So I was kind of like saying, okay, my process is going to probably be this long. Let me get ready for it. But in hindsight, it was actually a good thing that I did that because I was prepared. But so yeah, by that point, I was like literally tired because I didn't get any sleep, even though I tried. And I went to sleep, so that made the time go by faster. And I woke up at like, I don't even know what time. It was probably like 2 in the morning, whatever. And by that point, I guess the pain medicine that they was giving me had wore off. And yeah, it was just really bad. Like the contractions were really, really bad, to the point where I was like, okay, can I have the gas? I forgot the name of it, but it's like a pain medicine that they give you through a gas mask. I had planned to get that at the moment that things intensified my whole entire pregnancy. As soon as I asked for it, they was like, oh, yeah, because of the coronavirus, we cannot administer that pain medicine. And I was just like, so what are my options? Because I'm in pain. And they're like, an epidural. I was like, I don't want an epidural. Like, y'all don't got other stuff. Like, you mean to tell me that that's the only thing I got is an epidural? Doesn't make sense. By that point, I was pissed off with this hospital. Been pissed off, but I was pissed off with this hospital. So now, fast forward. But yeah, so anyways, the pain was excruciating to the point where I was like, listen, you ain't got nothing else, give me that epidural. They was like, well, it's gonna take time. I'm like, I ain't got time. I'm in pain now. Get me that shit, okay? And that in itself was irritating. But
this is the funny part. So while I'm thinking I'm in pain, like contractions or whatever, but it wasn't even that. And I didn't know until the very end what it was that I was dealing with. So at that point, when I was asking for an epidural, I was already like in pushing labor. So the whole entire time while I was thinking that I was kind of like relieving myself of some of the tension from the contractions, that was actually her like pushing through the freaking canal. And those moments where I thought I was kind of like shifting, I don't know, like where I was shifting the pressure or whatever, was actually me pushing. So now, whatever, the doctor came in and he's like, we see in your file that you spoke to your midwife and you let her know your concern of your issues with your back, and we don't think that it's the safest idea to give you an epidural, especially not having any of the x-rays or whatever. I'm just like, so if y'all needed x-rays to determine this, why did no one tell me this? Y'all waited this whole entire time until I wind up in actual labor and then want to tell me I can't even get the epidural because it's risky. Okay. But like I said, at that point, even though I was already in labor, and literally like a few minutes after he walked out, like the pain got a little bit worse. I was still doing the same thing, not realizing that I was actually pushing. So you know how like the way it goes is like the doctor will come in, they'll be like, okay, it's time to push. They'll be like on the count or whatever, start pushing, hold your, well, not hold your breath, but you know, like hold the push. Then they'll be like stop, and then they'll be like, wait, we're gonna wait for another contract. Boom. So like that, I was doing the shit on my own. Like there was no doctor in there. Anyway, so now a doctor finally comes in because I'm just like in excruciating kind of pain. Like I was just like, y'all need to give me some drugs. Didn't even know I was in like full blown labor, but whatever. So she comes in, she's like, you're fully dilated. And I'm like, all right, we can work with this. So I just wound up with like a crazy contraction and I just pushed. And at that point, her head was literally like out and the doctor wasn't even ready yet. So she's like, wait, 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 don't push. And I'm like, I cannot not push because it's just like mad pressure right there. And I pushed and her head came out. And then I pushed again and then she was out. So I literally like pushed like 4 times and that was it. But yeah, so that was a funny little situation in itself. Um, from that, I actually wound up with a first degree tear, so they say. So I did need stitches. And yeah, right after that, well, not right after that. So she was born at 3:23 in the morning on April 20th, National Weed Day. Nah, but yeah. So she was born at 3:23 in the morning. A couple hours later, they took me to the recovery room, and I stayed there for about a day. Being on that, we're dealing with the coronavirus. They try not to keep pregnant moms in the hospital due to possibilities of exposure. I was tested for the coronavirus, came out negative. Boom, that one day went by. Next day, they did their little test for her blood, made sure she didn't have jaundice and all this different things, made sure my blood pressure was good, and we went home. So, yeah, all those little gory details I wish I would have had like video footage of, but again, like I said, my mental state was more so in making sure that I still had enough, how you say it, I was still aware of what was going on and kept my own standard as to cleanliness and stuff because of the virus. And then also my own pain management, obviously, because they didn't have none for me. But I can say that I had a natural birth. I didn't get an epidural. Yeah, the only medicine that I was administered was to jumpstart my labor, was for induction. Other than that, I didn't even get any pain medicine. So I had a natural birth, and it really wasn't even all that bad, like minus the tear. And oh my god, the stitches part, but we're not even gonna get into that. But yeah, so like I said, at this point the video will be uploaded. She's been here for almost 3 weeks, and yeah, today is actually Mother's Day, so this is my first Mother's Day, and yeah, so that's it for this video. I plan on doing another video, just not too sure what it's gonna be just yet, but it's coming. I got ideas be popping up in here like crazy. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.